But I want to move us on to talk about another possible contender, Jude. Because
I do not see
falling
it.
the falling to the wayside of Liverpool and Man City, and the fact that
Can we
Sunderland
talk
and
about Man
Bournemouth are in
City before we talk
contention.
about these people that you are trying to hype? You know what's happening? We've
No,
talked
no,
about what's happening at Liverpool. Let's talk about what's
there's not
happening.
much to say about Man City other than they are falling by the wayside, and it's a continuation
But
of
it's
what we saw from them
though.
Of
last
last
season.
season. Yeah, it's a
Yes,
continuation of last season.
they,
So it's not really
yeah.
new.
I don't think Man City
Not really
is
new.
really interesting per
Yeah,
se.
I also look
So
at
Jude,
are we saying, are you trying to say now that Man United are more of a title contender than Man City?
no, I'm saying Man
No,
United are a more
yes.
interesting story for discussion
No,
than
no.
Man
Why
City
don't you
right
have
now.
that chest now? I want that chest.
look
No,
at
I'm saying who is more interesting to talk about for me is Man United than Man City
Jennifer,
right
we
now.
can't hear
For
you.
me, also Sunderland and Bournemouth than Man City right now, because Man City are they're not living up to the hype. And Jude, what I want to ask is whether or not in fact because we're seeing Sunderland and Bournemouth somehow in contention, does that mean that we also are in contention?
And Burnley.
Right? Because and Burnley too. Because what I said I liked about Amorim this game was that I think he made the right choices against Liverpool. Mount, Maguire, correct decision. At home to Brighton, I want to see Lenny Euro come back in, and I want to see you go back to your striker, right? The striker that you paid a lot of money for. So making the right choices, I think, gets you somewhere. But like, what did you make of the game against Brighton? It was shaky bum time.
No, sorry. Let me ask the question. This question is too friendly. That's a very, very friendly
No.
question. I need to ask the question, right? We have to do it for the community. We have to do it for the community. You understand? Let's ask it the right way. Now, before the game against Sunderland, because Sunderland was the turning point, because I did the pod, just me and Shonti here. It was impressed with what he saw, the performance, all of that. And then before Liverpool, it was like, look, showing the team makes the team weaker, blah, blah, blah. But now, that same team, the same Bruno Fernandes cannot play as a midfield pivot. He's still doing it in the last 3 weeks. Bruno and Casemiro does not work. It's still that same double pivot that are playing. You can't have Ahmad and Brian Mbeumo in the same team on the right wing. It's still that same two on the right wing that are working right now. So the real question is, to the Man United fans, are you guys going to apologize to Rúben Amorim and say, sorry, we got it wrong, we should have had patience with you? That is the real question the entire world wants to hear. The answer that the entire world wants to hear. Not all of these, oh, we played well. No. Are you going to apologize to Amorim and say, Amorim, we are sorry, you are the guy, it just took us a while to realize that you are seeing the future?
Are you asking Shehu to apologize because he was telling what's that guy's name? The guy in charge of Man U. What's his name? I think 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, that was before the international break.
You should let him go. You should do the needful at that point.
So are you apologizing? No, Jude, even you too.
No, me, I only said the players are not right. Play to the player's strength. That's one. But for me, I think
Jude, you mentioned that midfield pivot. I remember after the game against
the midfield.
You said
I'm trying to say Amorim is not right. Like send him away. I wasn't on that pathway because the problem is if you send him away, who are we going to bring in and all those stuff? People were saying Christopher and stuff, and I'm still like looking at Amorim. It's not like he's not a good coach or something, but there's something that I need.
That's not what you were saying before.
No, what I'm trying to say is that when we got to I think the Brentford was where we had that break point. That Grimsby Town was like child's play. That Brentford was where we like, what are we even doing in this team? I think they probably had that talk and sat down. The next game, what he did was something changed. What changed is that players stepped up. There's not really man marking. The only thing that he did that I liked was don't play Doggo and Shaw together in my team. They've not have that balance. If you look at the midfield now, Bruno has freedom because Casemiro has stepped up. and the whole team now is able to come back and track back and defend. It's not just only Bruno now being the one to go for and be at the back and trying to do, like everybody is.
It's a quick question. What back four finished the game against your game that you won against Brighton? What was the back four that finished?
Not
the one that started. The one that finished
the one that finished was Dallo.
Yeah, but like it cost us now. Dortmund cost us
and
some goals.
And what's his name? And the lead, right?
Was Luxor there? Not there.
Sorry, Euro.
No, Luxor came off for Heaven.
Okay. I just wanted to confirm.
If you play the two of them, there's always that confusion. I don't know how it's going to happen.
There's no problem. There's no problem apologizing to Amorim, right? And I look forward to apologizing to Amorim if the time comes.
And another question that the community wants to know from you as well, Mr. Shewuti. You know, when Amorim first came, you said the league should be scared. So now that Amorim has had these 3 wins in a row, is this the Amorim that you're saying that the league should be scared of, or that Amorim has not yet arrived?
No. See, look, Amorim, I think, has been in the middle of an ongoing argument with United fans, right? He's been trying to persuade the rest of the world, but United fans, between us and him and the coach, there's been an ongoing argument where, whether it's about Kobe Mainu or just Xerxes or Maguire or Dalot or the formation or whatever, he's been trying to persuade first and foremost his own fans of his ideas. And if he's able to, just by sheer conviction, convince the players first and foremost, then the fans, like nothing can stop. So I think where the team is, the players I think understand what he wants from them. What is making the system work is that, I don't know if you guys noticed against Brighton, but the list was following Welbeck all the way to the opposition 18-yard box when he needed to. When he needed to. So was Luke Shaw, right? Luke Shaw was on Rota or whoever was, coming there. I don't like Luke Shaw in terms of 1v1 defending. I think he rode his luck. They were dribbling him 1 or 2 times whenever he stepped up. Euro also looked a bit shaky, stepping up and getting exposed like a few times. But the players understand what is being asked of them to do, and they're able to execute. Amorim also, I think, if he's able to translate his ideas successfully into the players, they'll get 3 points. And if they win, what can I, as a fan, what more can I ask for, right, than for my team to win and for my manager to make the right decisions?
Okay, let me tell you what more you can ask for. What more you can ask for. Jude, your prediction was top 7, right? Man United top 7. So now that you've had these back-to-back wins and you guys are like 4th on the table right now, surely that should be what you should be asking for. That should be the standard right now, because you're Glory United. You should be
higher,
aiming for the top 4 and above. No, if Chelsea is falling down by the wayside, Liverpool is falling off. Surely the Manchester, there's always a team in Manchester that always holds the league down. So is United going to be that team this season?
For me, I was waiting for this Brighton game to decide, right? Like I said,
and you won spectacularly. When we're doing this,
there's this feature of games that we're not now, so we need to. Well, coming to the second half now, like when Casemiro was subbed, I still see the same error in Amorim. Don't do like for like changes.
Well, it wasn't like for like. It was mine. You
can't actually play Meno that deep. He doesn't have the pace to defend. And you're playing Meno and Bruno.
Neither does Casemiro, but he does it.
Casemiro stepped up. For some reason, Casemiro has stepped up in the past 2 games. This is the same Casemiro that we wanted to offload to wherever he needs to go. But he stepped up. Do you understand? So Meno has not shown me that intensity to step up. As somebody, I was like, just bring him Mount. Let's have that intensity up front to push them backward. If you want to play Meno, I think you have to calm the game down. You can't just be running back and forth with Meno being there. I'm not blaming him being the cause of anything, but I'm just saying, like, it made us look porous in that midfield. Ugarte is still yet to understand which match he needs to step up and which one he doesn't need to go well. That's the problem with our midfield. So the take home is like it was good until the substitutions came in.
No, on the subs, right? Because I noted that down. I would imagine that Amorim should be able to make subs. If you're leading a game 3-0, you're at home, you should be able to bring in your professional quote unquote defender Patrick Dogu and your professional Joshua Zexi, who Amorim is also wicked, because 10 minutes, like for him to be giving Zexi just 10 minutes, what kind of match fitness or form can he possibly pick up in such a time? Well, like, don't you think he should be able to make subs and not have that be too much to ask?
For me, I don't think you need subs at this point. We're not playing any midweek games. You can play the subs at 85. We need a stronger team that knows.
That's the reason why you need those subs, because there's no opportunities for these other guys to gain match fitness, and you cannot run a season with the same 11. Eventually, injuries might happen.
Last season, right? Cunha played most of the games, or if not all the games. Bruno played all the games last season. We need consistency.
Ateta did it and finished second, by the way, Sha.
We need consistency. At some point, to elevate our squad. The problem is, if we try to play these guys and try to accommodate everybody, we'll end up not falling into.
No. You missed the point, Jude. He's saying at 3-0. At 3-0. You should be able to.
Okay. My problem is
you be able to mix up.
At 3-0.
I wasn't against substitution. I felt when you make those subs, they are not the same strength, the same intensity. Change the formation. Change the gameplay. We could have fallen into a 4-5-1. We didn't need to score. We just needed to hold the game and play the ball. We could have lost that game yesterday. We could have. All that was needed was probably we could have.
See, the levels don't change. That's the difference now. The difference now is that, like, so
it was only that keeper and Eddie Heaven just as how
even with the keeper, just as how he should be able to make subs and not have it cost you a game. You shouldn't have a keeper who is a criminal like Onana, right? So we went through a situation where our keeper was effectively many times literally carrying the ball and giving it to our opponents, or carrying the ball and throwing it inside the nets. Like there were games where, whether in Champions League or in Premier League, Onana was single-handedly costing us points, and so we've cut that out, right? So that immediately saves us a few points. And then instead of Garnacho, right? Garnacho that now he can't even get a game at Chelsea or can't finish a match at Chelsea. We had Garnacho and Rashford, who was lost in the wilderness. Instead, we have Mbeumo. Mbeumo is a baller, and I want to move this. I want to ask this to the haters, right? I don't know if you guys could, Johnny. I don't know if you guys could see the calm that Mbeumo was filled with, right? Especially after that fourth goal. Like, he's like, guys, I'm here. Like, a baller is in town. I know there are many Arsenal fans who wanted him to come and support your team, support Saka. So what do you make of Mbeumo and Cunha, scoring goals? Sesko looks sharp. Mason Mount was on the bench, needs to get fitness. Licha is to come. Maguire, when he's not being Maguinho, he's resting from injuries. What do you make of United's performance? Johnny boy.
I can't hear you. Check your mic.
Okay.
I can't hear you.
Dr. Toes.
Yes. Well, all I can say is thank you to Sir Jim Ratcliffe, because usually when CEOs or like top members of board members do a interview, it's for crisis management, and we understand that the United players, and based on what Amorim was saying, it seems the players were not respecting the manager and all those kind of things. And then he decided to come out to the entire world and say that this manager is not going anywhere. I'm giving him 3 years. And that is the thing that happened. Jude said the players just woke up from nowhere. That was the wake-up call. Yeah, the catalyst to say this guy's not going anywhere.
It's not going anywhere. We don't have any choice.
Exactly. We have to just play the way he's playing. We have to play the way he's telling us to play, and that is the result. So it's nice that Mbeumo is scoring. Obviously, he was scoring goals last season. It was Brentford's top goal scorer, 20 goals in the Premier League. I'm not expecting him to all of a sudden be rubbish. Cunha was also banging in goals for Wolves as well. I think he scored out 15 goals in the Premier League last season. I'm not expecting him to all of a sudden become rubbish. You guys play to their strengths, and they are utilizing what they have. So I'm not surprised that Mbeumo is scoring. I'm not surprised Cunha is scoring. I'm just surprised that United fans 3 weeks ago were Amorim out, and now all of a sudden Amorim is the best thing.
No, but like, what's surprising about that now, right? The manager we're losing now is winning. Like, there's not much to it.
And there's something that you always say, Shewuti. You always say that football is about vibes. Football is about vibes, and
it's about vibes.
Yeah, if you're losing, there's that momentum just kicks in. If you're winning, there's also that vibes that the players buy into. So you guys have done 3 in a row. Let's see how you guys play against Tottenham. If
the clearest example of the vibes is Casemiro. Casemiro shooting the ball hitting the back of a player and going into the net. Look, or Cody Gakpo hitting the bar how many times? Basically, also luck, right? You can't knock those kind of things when you're in form. See Bruno Fernandes, the 4th goal. The telepathic connection to just leave. The ball basically, and dominates for Mbeumo to strike. Yeah. I mean, if you're informed, you connect those kind of things. I don't know, David. Do you have any thoughts on United, Amorim, Cunha, Mbeumo?
Yeah. I mean, before I go into that, maybe just something to you, the United fans. Nothing has changed. Like Dr. Tove said, everything exactly the way it is, and you're getting the results. I remember early in the season, I wanted to say this when Jude was speaking. Jude said, "Your best midfield duo." I'm going to quote him verbatim. "Your best midfield duo was Ugarte and Kobe Mainoo. Today, he has killed Mainoo.
What I was saying is, at that point in time, Casemiro was not himself.
Okay, calm down. Jude, calm down. Let me not forget what I want to say to answer Thomas' question. You see, all of that went down the drain immediately with Man U played Grimsby Town with those same 2, and then everything went in flames. But back to the question, right? I think at the end of the day, we love football, and we are just, at the end of the day, we are still outsiders as fans. Yeah, these managers are still the ones who earn their dough and earn the money and and all that. Yes, football is about vibes. You can't shake off form. When a player is on form, or players are on form, everything just seems to work. It will be like every step you take is just like a footprint in gold. The same Bruno Fernandes that was missing penalties left and right is now the one playing those dummy passes, making run, telepathic moves, and keying in his own players, getting the goals. The same midfield pivot that everybody said was not going to work. I mean, even I was on that debate that his best position is 10. It's not a 6 or an 8, but look, it's working now. And that's the thing about form with football. Yeah, sometimes even when you have a bad game but you're on form, everything will still go in your favor, right? So
favor.
Yeah. So I mean, it's good that United are getting those results, because you spent like good money to not be getting those results, right? And so it's good that the results
please remind them.
Also, with that money as well comes expectations. Top 4 now.
They're already in the top 4.
Yeah, I mean, like that should be the standard.
Yeah, I mean, I know you guys always think
one game a week. You are not playing Carabao Cup. Like this week, you are resting.
But no. I don't want us to use that to. I don't want us to discount their wins based on that.
No, I'm not discounting their wins. I'm like, that wins plus 1 game a week. Surely they should have the rest and recovery time to be able to like keep this momentum going to the end of the season.
No. I don't think that's a guarantee. I mean, there are 20 teams in the league. only 6 are playing on the continent, right? Is it 6 or 7?
Exactly.
So there are still 13 other teams who also have a game a week. So
come on, if you compare United squad to Crystal Palace squad or United squad to Nottingham Forest squad, come on, like.
no.
I'll be United fans. You guys, bring your chest out. Like, what's happening?
Johnny boy, we still can't hear. I get where you're coming from.
Guys,
yeah.
They don't really mean it, right? In an analytical way. I think they're saying it as a way to try and trap us into standards that you want to hold us by in the future.
No, you are glory United. It's your standards. I'm holding you to your standards, not
yes. So it's fine, right? And I never liked it when Amorim or United fans try to imply or insist that actually this was the 17th place or 15th place team.
Exactly.
No, I never believed any of that. So yes, I think Amorim at the bare minimum should be in and around the position that we are in right now. Mm-hmm. And now that we're there, so for example, now that we're there against,
you have to challenge for the league, please.
2 points. We have to take advantage of the position that we find ourselves. We have to take advantage of the form that other teams are in, of the form that our players are in. So Amorim just needs to keep making the right decision. So the game they are supposed to play Maguire instead of Euro, have the wisdom and the foresight to play Maguire instead of Euro.
Exactly.
The game they are supposed to play Ugarte instead of Casemiro. Have that sense. When you're supposed to play Mount Cunha and Mbeumo, play Mount Cunha and Mbeumo. When you need to play CSGO, play CSGO. That's what I'm looking for from my manager now, right? And so far, between Sunderland and this game, he has gotten the choices right. He has gotten the decisions right. Right decisions against Liverpool, right decisions against Brighton over the weekend. And again, Mbeumo and Ahmad, like just imagine you're a defender. Mbeumo one side of you, Ahmad the other side of you, Cunha running around you. There's Bruno Fernandes.
Well, I trust Timber. Timber is not going to be scared.
But that's also a weak point. Though.
The bragging that you're bragging. The bragging that Arsenal fans are bragging about your form this season, right? The exception, opening day. Opening day is when you face the most shots, when you are under the most pressure, basically, right? Where the game that Arsenal has looked the most vulnerable per the stats is opening day. So just remember that when you think of
what was the result?
3 points. They collected 3 points, yes. But that 3 points is what now counts for the 6-point gap between you and us, right? So let's continue. That's what I'm asking for my Amorim. Let's continue.
So let me get this straight. Are you saying you're coming to the Emirates to beat us now? Is that what you're saying? Say it with your chest.
I'm saying
just come to Emirates to beat us. Just say that.
I'm saying the last time we're in the Emirates, right?
I mean,
last time we're in the Emirates.
Where is this leading to?
Expect us. We are coming.
You just relax.
And what was the scoreline?
And what you see.
Oh, the scoreline, please. Show T.
It was 2-1 now.
Just calm down. You see it.
No. Let them deal with
2-0. Who dash you go? How can you score?
What do you
mean?
Anyways,
You're having all this chess right now because you're supposed to be beating teams you ought to beat, actually.
Yeah.
Well, but I mean, think about the position where United was last season. I'm always moving away from this. Teams you're supposed to beat. The teams that Arsenal has picked up, back to back 3 points from, where the teams that also cost Arsenal last season.
Yeah.
If you're going to win the league, beat everybody. Beat everybody that you can.
Yeah, which is why I say Arsenal is on revenge mission. Revenge.
Yeah. Now,
revenge.
My own for both sides is, for United, I think this run can continue. Hopefully, there will be no injuries to anybody within that starting 11, because like Sean's concern is the players on the fringes, the players on the bench don't have match sharpness, and there aren't enough games, to even give them that level of match sharpness. So, if key injuries happen now, it will be a big issue for United.
Let's just wait for that guy to cut his head, then my confidence will grow up.
Who's got? Oh, okay.
Which guy?
Okay. The United fan, the guy who's going on a run of 5 wins before he cuts his hair. You've not seen him.
The fifth one is against Tottenham. That's very interesting.
Yeah, Tottenham. How many United managers have Tottenham sacked?
True.
And they are playing Sean Dyche as well next time. Serious defensive coach. We'll see.
Collected today now.
We'll see next weekend. All right, now,
All
man,
right,
you guys let us know what you think here. Go on, David.
Yeah. I mean, this week's episode has been great. I think it's good when the banter is even. Everybody won, and then everybody came with a lot of arsenals and a lot of guns.
United, own it. You're in title race. Own it, please. Own it.
We are not, please.
Don't be like Chelsea. Don't be like Chelsea. Don't be like Chelsea.
We are not.
Because Chelsea have left the chat.
No.
You guys have.
We are not now. From where? We that were.
You are 6 right now.
We are 15 and 16. There are still 5 people ahead of us in the title race. Even Liverpool is still in the title race.
No. It's just 6 points. And like Shehu said at the beginning, he said Arsenal were lucky to beat United because United play better. So maybe that luck is going to change. Who knows? So
exactly.
No, you guys are first. You're ranked first in set pieces, first in penalties, first in percentage goals from set pieces. Was 17
Who's that?
In open play goals. Arsenal 17.
It doesn't matter. Who is top of the league? Thank you very much. That's the one that matters. That's the most important metric.
That's it.
I'll start doing what I need to do.
I know, so crazy. We've only scored 1 goal less. We've only scored 1 goal less than the highest goal scorers in the league. That's it. So I don't get what the problem is.
Exactly. Who scored the most set pieces? Liverpool. You guys are not bantering Liverpool. Well, people always say the people
argue with the data now. Don't argue with me.
Yeah,
they won last week. Get through set piece. I lie. Nobody complained last week when you won through set piece. Maguire's goal was what? How did Maguire score his winning goal? Was what true what?
Walked into the net.
So
who is complaining now?
So I don't know.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah,
if you like set pieces.
And if you hate set pieces as well.